Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you heard, we're playing One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. We got the Roger voice line today, so I actually just let it play out and didn't talk over it. But, gonna be playing some Gear 5 Luffy against the CP9 team. Hopefully we can get Rob Lucci to spawn and have a bit of a rematch between Gear 5 Luffy and Lucci. But let's get right into it. I could definitely do with having an awakened Lucci though in this game. That would be so sick. I feel like if they do a new moveset for him, they could make a pretty dope form. And I honestly think they could do it where he starts base form, but I think it would be cool to have him like fully hybrid form, or like just his awakened form, that's it. But I guess it would also be cool to be able to transition between his forms and stuff. But also during this video, I kind of just want to talk about the episodes of the rematch, because I knew they were going to be good, especially with like the one episode we got a couple shots that looked really good in like the preview, so I was like, I know those episodes are going to look amazing. But it was two in a row. I thought it was just going to be one that was like super amazing, but we had two in a row that were just like some of the best episodes, and like just paced and structured in all of One Piece. Because a lot of the, like, some moments have like really hype moments, and then like the rest of the episode suffers. But then there's episodes like 115, the Zoro versus King fight. Just there was a bunch of stuff in Wano like that, but we've had so many good episodes in Egghead, and we had like two fantastic episodes with the Lucci and Luffy rematch, because they did it far better than in the manga, in my opinion. I went back and reread the manga after the episode 1102, I think it was, the second episode of the fight came out. I went back and just checked the manga, and it was like, I remember when I read that in the manga, I was super hyped up, but the way the anime did it, there's just so much more to that fight and interaction. It's awesome. I think they have done a really good job in almost every episode of Egghead so far. And we got teased in the next episode that I'm not sure if it's next episode we'll get Garp. I think it'll be some Seraphim stuff next week, but the Garp has made an appearance, so we have got the idea that he's going to Pirate Island and to rescue Kobe. So just so exciting. It's so much amazing shit in One Piece. Also here I'm pulling out my Gear 5 to fight out what the hell is his name? Jabra, that's what it is. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Character who should be playable in this game that isn't, which is really sad. Honestly, a lot of the CP9 agents don't get playable in a lot of the games. At least none of the ones I've played very much anyways. But I guess it's pretty old now, so they usually focus on more new characters and forms and stuff in the games, and kind of everything else gets a backseat, as like in this game there isn't even pre-time skip outfits and preset, or like a moveset for like half the crew. It's only a couple of them got it, which is always a shame, but I do have the other game that I can go back to. Oh, got stuck there for a second. So I can always go play one of the other games, but I like when the newest game in the franchise has everything that has came before it pretty much, and then more, and they don't skimp out. Which is, I'm excited for Sparking Zero for Dragon Ball. That looks like it's amazing. Also, speaking of Dragon Ball, not really, but more Toriyama, I want to get the Sandland game, because I had read the manga quite a long time ago, well before I knew it was getting like an anime version, and I really enjoyed it, and I like what they added in the animated series. So I'm excited to actually be able to play through all of that in the game, because I think it follows the storyline. And it's a game I haven't seen too much from, but I'm really excited, because I love Toriyama. I love all of his like designs for like the vehicles and stuff, and I just really like adventure stories. It's one of the big reasons I really love One Piece, is because it's like does have all of its like action, and that's like what the Lucci and Luffy stuff was. But there's also such like a sense of adventure, and like so many new, like each arc is so different from the last one, and I feel like One Piece succeeds in doing that more so than any other series, just because how wildly different the islands can be in the Grand Line, and it also just has like such a expansive story that like a lot of the early adventure still matters, which is crazy because a lot of that kind of stuff in like say like Naruto, like the early like Land of the Waves arc stuff. I guess it does come back later in the war arc and you get to see him, but there's a lot of stuff like that in Shonen where like the starting stuff just basically gets completely overlooked. Kind of like in Dragon Ball, like basically most of the original cast from like OG Dragon Ball or just early Dragon Ball manga basically don't exist. Like Launch basically disappears from the series, and like a lot of other characters completely get sidelined. So it's nice that One Piece still appreciates early on characters, and even if they appeared early on, like Lucci, they're still relevant. And like the Giants are still relevant, and like Mihawk and like Shanks and all them, they haven't been like completely overtaken within like a couple arcs. It's like such a big, expansive journey. One Piece is just such a great story and fun anime. Plus, it's just been like there is a certain stretch in One Piece when you're watching it where it does kind of suffer from like really awful pacing and like the animation isn't always the best. But when One Piece is at its best, like the anime, they really know what the fuck they're doing. Especially recently when they've gotten like so many great animators to work on it and like do such amazing like choreography and like just like I know some people weren't a huge fan of like all the auras and like the spectacle that the hockey was in Wano, but I still really appreciated all that shit and like just like the whole sense of the anime. Pretty much since you get to Wano, feels very different and a lot more like high quality almost. But like there is still definitely like, especially in Wano, Egghead hasn't had it as bad yet, but there is definitely like low quality episodes in Wano. But the way they do the art style and the still frames and stuff, it kind of looks better than a lot of like the older school stuff. Even if like the older school One Piece, like especially like pre-time skip stuff, definitely has a certain charm about it that is different, and I can definitely see why some people appreciate it a lot more. But I think just the story and how everything's expanded post time skip has just been so amazing. It's just rough because like from I actually didn't mind Fishman Island, but like Dressrosa is a bit of a struggle to get through, and like there's just a lot of big stretches and certain arcs that kind of suffered by getting a bunch of recap put in and whatnot. So it's nice that One Piece is doing better, especially with Egghead. I think I've mentioned before in my videos that we have like ending songs again now, and they like take a chunk of the episode just like talk about like characters or whatnot that's involved. So the episodes are shorter, but they feel much better paced. Like every once in a while, there's like a repeated scene or like a still frame that feels like it goes on like a couple seconds too long, but it definitely overall has a much nicer feel about it. Also over here just fighting Garp. I so excited for Garp in the next episodes though. Whenever we get to see all that stuff on Pirate Island, it's gonna be so crazy. I also imagine a lot of anime onlys are gonna be kind of confused because I guess they showed Aokiji on Blackbeard's side during like the cover story they adapted during the Law versus Blackbeard episode. So people probably have memory that he's on the team again, but that was something that was mentioned like mid Dressrosa that he was like siding with Blackbeard. So I imagine a lot of people have completely forgotten that, especially people who are just like watching the series weekly now and don't like pay attention to any like community videos or theories or anything like that, because there is a lot of like little bits in One Piece that like are important because it's where the characters have been, and like a lot of the side characters actually do matter, so we kind of need to know what the hell they've been up to and whatnot. I'm just so excited being in the final saga. It feels like every week in the manga is crazy. The anime is in such like I feel like for most of Egghead, it's not going to slow down because I feel like there has only ever been like a couple like slower chapters in the anime, and like some of that was backstory, and like backstory is some of my favorite stuff in One Piece. So like I'll be super excited for that. Like it definitely won't all be action, but the amount of like information we get in this arc, the amount of characters we see, and just like so much to look forward to. Plus we have Kizaru on his way, which is so exciting because he definitely didn't get quite as much showing as I feel like some people wanted, but I really like what they did with him in Egghead and how he like relates to the story and everything. So that'll be exciting to see in the upcoming episodes too. But figured I'd hop on, talk about Lucci and Luffy a little bit, and play some more Gear 5. I'll probably have a new video up on just like the other DLC characters sometime soon, but wanted to get some Pirate Warriors video out. But that'll be all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys all later. Peace.